For A, we all did a good job explaining why each one of these could not belong. But we're going to put some terminology with these, and we're going to use this terminology all day today, okay? So this A, the best way to see the data, I think, is by drawing a line. And this line would look like this. And any data that's like this, where it's like low in the start, a bubble where it's kind of high, and then low at the end, that is called a bell curve. Ooh, curve. Or
like a business terminology?
Symmetrical. And a lot of stuff in the real world does end up being a bell curve. And the reason for that is, in a lot of situations, what I'm going to call the extremes, there aren't many of them. So like if you thought about a 100-yard dash, every kid in the school does it. The fastest time, are there going to be many kids near that fastest time? No, there's going to be someone that's just faster than everybody else, and they're going to be right there. What about the slowest time? Are there going to be a bunch near the slowest? No, but a lot of people are going to be concentrated most likely in the similar speed, right? That's what you call a bell curve. There's, on the high end, there's only a few. On the low end, there's only a few, and a lot of it's concentrated more in the middle, okay? B is starting to become my favorite. Are you guys noticing on B how it's like higher over here and higher over here, kind of?
Looks like
This is called bimodal. So it's saying the trend has two different places where it happens. So in the real world, there's two places I thought of right away when I think of when I see bimodal data. And there is trimodal data and multimodal data. But maybe the easiest one for a kid to understand, if this was like a lunch and dinner joint, like a place to go out to eat, it'd be higher if these were different numbers, right? It'd be higher near lunch and dinner times, and less people would be coming in between the meals. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you ever look at, like, if you ever search up a place on Google Maps, it shows you like how many people are visiting places different times, and you'll see a couple different things. It's usually like from when someone gets out of work, meal times. The other thing I thought about was sturgeon. You guys know what sturgeon are, the fish?
Yeah.
And I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure, like, it depends on your waterway, but you can keep like one sturgeon a year sometimes, depending on the waterway. And I'm pretty sure it has to be like a certain size or smaller, or a certain size or larger, with the middle chunk not being available. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the reason is that the little ones aren't breeding yet, and the huge ones can no longer breed. So if you're going to let you keep one out of the population, it has to be a non-breeder. And then those ones in the middle that would still be good size that are still breeding, they don't let you catch them because population kind of stuff. So something where it shows up in multiple places as being concentrated high. And then C, this one's pretty fun. Uniform. Because uniform means they're all the same.
So,
Now what happens if there was an extra one right here?
it's a root word.
I think we might still call it uniform. Because if we're looking at tons of data, it's like a trend, right? Or how about this one? We made this one up second hour. You ready for this one? What happens if you put a bunch right here? That one is called unicorn. Because it's like the whole... Yeah! That one is the... Don't write that on a test, although it might be worth a -1 if you did. But...
Wait, can I write on a test, please?
I just said don't, but... If you're a person that's always getting hundreds, it might be worth the
I
fight.
think I'm...
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and D is called skewed.
Will you please give me the...
Do you see how the data skews that direction instead of being uniformly spread out? So that's called skewed. Sometimes with skewed data, you'll learn later it's appropriate to remove things that are skewing it. Eat that out of there.
Skewed.
And then it would no longer be skewed. You can remove outliers sometimes
I hate the
to
skewed.
get rid of things that are skewed. Guys, this is pretty much our lesson today. Just for the purposes of the video notes, we're looking at data trends. We're going to now get, everybody's at your table. I'm going to get you a new table with Flippity. You are going to get a collection of dot plots and histograms. You are going to match them up together. And then I'm going to give you situations, and then you're going to try to match them to situations.
Permanent table.